Being a soccer player and fan myself, I see the U.S. Women's National Team as the carriers of women's sports all over the world. Not just soccer here in the U.S., but soccer globally, football globally, and by default, other women's sports as well. If they succeed, it means everyone else can succeed too. Do they feel that?
Yeah, I think this is a team, that over time has really understood that it has a really strong platform, that they have made a way in many ways for all sorts of different types of people in different jobs, but especially in football. This is a team that understands that the world is watching, and the better we do and the more doors we open, it's good for everybody. We just reference as much of our positive history as we possibly can in this environment, to make sure that the next generation of players is aware and understands some of the struggles, some of the successes. And part of the thing that I think is critical in this environment is to take advantage of all the resources that you have. This is a program that hasn't always had the amount of resources that we have.
Seeing how much this team has carried the sport forward, what are your thoughts in terms of its evolution? Is it encouraging to you where it's at, or do we still have quite a ways to go?
Well, we definitely still have quite a ways to go. That's just to start. But it's also so important to recognize the growth that's happened. And actually, I was reflecting today, somebody was saying, hey, did you always want to coach? And I was like, yeah. And then I was thinking about it. Why did I always want to coach? And I actually think, for the first time I realized this today, part of that is because I didn't see playing long-term as an actual possibility. In my generation, there just wasn't the opportunities. It was national team or nothing. And so I said, I'll play as long as I can, and then I'll go into coaching, and I know I'll do that. And I wonder, looking back, if I would have thought that way, if it was a realistic picture in my head to actually be playing, professionally from the time I left college, from before I even went to college on, that if the league existed through all of my playing days.
What's the emotion and mentality going into the Olympics?
When it comes to Emma in particular, it's a really strong start, but it's also a really unique situation, She has got a full-time job, a very full-time job at Chelsea, in a totally different area of the world, and I'm handling all the day-to-day here. And sometimes it is hard to connect, we're on different timetables and things like that, but we got together really early on, and I shared my plans and she shared some of her plans, and it's been really good collaborating along the way. And I think we've just done a really good job setting the stage for her to come in and make her next steps, and I will be there to support her and the team as we move forward. And that's an exciting thing, but we have a job to do first, and that's to make sure we take care of our jobs in this tournament.